So, since last week, there's been a bunch of updates coming out about the prank YouTuber who was shot while filming a prank for his YouTube channel, Tanner Cook, including the fact that the prosecutor might bring charges against Tanner, despite Tanner being the one shot. If you haven't seen my last video on this, I'll put a card on screen now. But let's do a quick recap here as well. It's a tale as old as time, a prank YouTuber going too far and learning the hard way that actions have consequences. Tanner is one of the 2 members of the classified Goons YouTube channel and was out filming a prank in a Virginia mall. He decided to prank the wrong man and got shot for his trouble. There wasn't that much more detail on everything when this first happened, but there's been a lot of updates over the weekend. The first one is that the shooter, Colie, had been alleged to have had a bunch of prior convictions for aggressive crimes by a number of YouTubers. I think I even saw Mutahar on Some Ordinary Gamers mention it. In my original video, I'd said that this is most likely not true because if he was a felon, he wouldn't be able to legally possess a firearm and he would face extra charges for having and using one. Well, it turns out that I was correct. Colie had no prior convictions, drug abuse, or cases of failing to appear in court, according to his lawyer during a bail hearing that was held. We actually heard a lot of Colie's side on this from this hearing and through his lawyer, including what Colie says the prank was, which we did not know beforehand. According to Colie, Tanner Cook had approached him and began using Google Translate or some similar app to play the phrase, "I think you smell," towards Colie. Colie said through his lawyer that he made several attempts to get away from Tanner Cook, but Tanner would not leave him alone. He claims that he swatted the phone away from his face and that Tanner Cook wouldn't stop. Cook was apparently standing only 6 inches away from Colie when Colie decided to use his gun. Adam Puliard, who is Colie's public defender, said Colie was targeted, harassed, accosted, and followed, and he attempts to get away from the situation. Now, all of that certainly paints the scenario in a different light than Tanner had been. It's not much of a harmless prank when you're going up to a random stranger, insulting them, then following them around while being incredibly close to their body, even after repeatedly being told to go away. I don't think that exactly justifies escalating directly to shooting the dude, but it's certainly not a harmless prank. I don't think anyone could do that without knowing that they're putting themselves in danger. I think it's pretty obvious that strangers are not going to react well to that situation. I wonder if that's why Tanner and the others involved had neglected to tell the press what the prank was. What do you think? Hey, just jumping in to remind you to subscribe. Thanks. Back to the video. Since Tanner was having his friend film the entire thing for their channel, the prosecutors no doubt already know if Colie is telling the truth or not. In light of Colie's allegations about Tanner's conduct, the Loudoun County Commonwealth's Attorney's Office has said that they are looking into whether or not they will charge Tanner with something for his actions that day, but they've yet to make any concrete statement saying if they will or won't. All they've said is, this matter is still under investigation. The actions of Tanner Cook and Colie are under review. Once the investigation is complete, the OCA will review the evidence and make such charging decisions as are supported by the facts. This may result in additional charges. So that's a number of things we didn't know last time. Now we know what the prank was, that the shooter had no previous convictions, and the bombshell that they are considering pressing charges against Tanner himself. But what about Tanner? Like I said in my last video, I'm sure it's not going to be a quick road to recovery for him. The gut is like the worst place to get shot. Well, actually, there aren't many good places to be shot, but the gut can cause a lot of problems down the line with infection and whatnot. But Tanner's father says that Tanner has been taken out of the ICU, though he remains in the hospital, which is a good sign that his recovery is going well. As far as I can tell, Tanner is still standing by his assertion that he will go back to pulling pranks after he gets out of the hospital. But like I said, I think he's probably underestimating his recovery. But my question is, why would he do that? Don't you think that getting shot should make you reconsider what you're doing? I guess he's still chasing the clout goblin, but there have to be easier and safer ways. I just don't get it. Do you guys think it's a good idea for him to go back? I think that if this guy thinks the way that I think he thinks, he's seeing this as an opportunity. He's gained 8,000 subscribers from it so far, and that is a very dangerous frame of mind to get into. I'm worried that he will keep pushing the bounds of what's acceptable to try to maintain that growth, or worse, replicate it. This could be very self-destructive for him, so I hope someone keeps the kid sane and pulls him back down to earth. Well, that's all I have for you today, guys. I really do want to hear from you in the comments. Let me know what you think, or just comment something random. I don't mind too much. Comments help me out in the algorithm regardless of what you say. Same with likes, by the way. So feel free to hit that button at your earliest convenience. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day and God bless you.